Yo, Desp, what's up? Yeah, we'll be doing Lua tonight. Um, yeah, we'll be doing Lua. And the thing that we're going to be doing is we're going to be trying to program one of these, the TI Nspire Calculator. Natively, it supports Lua. You can also program in C, you can program in assembly, you can program in C++. I'm sure you can do Rust. I'm sure someone's done a Rust compiler for it at some point. You can put Linux on it and all that. It's a fairly powerful ARM processor. I think the processor is as powerful or more powerful than the Game Boy Advance. I also have a TI Nspire CX. This one I got back in 2016 with the original battery. It still works, which is pretty crazy. You can play Doom on these. This one I have Quake on. I have Quake 3. This one is too slow. I think this one right here is like twice the speed. So this one can run Quake. You can overclock these too. There's like an overclocking tool. They're insane. They're insane calculators. Back in the day when the OS was good, you could jailbreak them very easily, like through the boot. Like if the calculator rebooted, it would still be jailbroken, but now it needs to be a live jailbreak. So every time you reboot, you have to run a program to re-jailbreak it. So it's a pain, but it's fun. Anyway, yes, they can do TI Basic, but why are you going to be doing TI Basic? You have Lua. So what I want to do right now is I want to try to get the emulator for this thing. And this thing is called Firebird. And there's a wee teeny bit of a problem. I don't have the boot one flash. I don't have flash. And I don't have a snapshot. I have no idea how to get these. I think there was a tool back in the day to dump flash. This was specifically used for trying to reverse engineer these things. I don't know how I'm going to do it. So let's see. Let's see if they have any pointers on how to get my own dump. You do SOC-UT5, that's fine, I don't care. TI Nspire, yep, the TI Nspire Calculator, yeah. These ones run, I think, an older version, like 5.5, instead of the new 6.2, because there's this thing called Endless, which is the jailbreak. Endless is a very specific jailbreak for this calculator, and as you can see, oh, you have them, dude. You should program them. They're so dope. Like, they have like 100 megs of flash. They use Lua. They have Python too. The CX Cast 2. This one, the one that's black. This one has a MicroPython interpreter on it too. This one you can put. Wait, you do? Wait, you homie, can you send them my way? Here, let me open up Discord really quick. Can you send them on? Can you send it on Discord? You did. Okay. Yeah. Send them on Discord. Thank you so much. That'd be sick. Um, yeah. Here, let me. I hope the stream won't break. If the stream breaks, just pop back on. 500 kilobits per second. What are you doing? Okay, well, once they send, let me know. But anyway, Desp, as I was saying earlier about the absolute fucking lie that is quantum computing. One moment. I will be the first to say quantum computing is awesome. but it's not revolutionary, and it will not change the world in the ways that you think it will. Quantum computing, right? Qubits. Oh, woohoo! It can simulate any state between. No. Okay, first of all, no. Microsoft did not say it had 1 million qubits. It said it had a path to 1 million qubits. And you want to know what the most expensive companies in the world have today? Chips with about 1,000 qubits. And you want to know why it's so hard to add qubits? Because every time you add a qubit, you increase decoherence chance exponentially. The problem is you have to keep all the not 17 qubits. I think that the record right now is 1,100 something qubits. But you have to keep all the qubits coherent. They all have to vibrate the same way. They all have to have they all have to have unknown spin. So the second you screw one qubit up, you've ruined the entire array. You now have to bring the entire thing back down to near absolute zero, which can take weeks. Like it takes weeks to get these things this cool. There will never be a quantum computer at room temperature. That's just not how it works. Yes, you can make a quantum a qubit simulator and see. In fact, I have a stream of making, or I haven't. I think I did a tensor. I was going to do a qubit thing. You can do quantum math on paper. It's literally just multiplying vectors against matrices. That's all it is. Now, granted, you can say computers is nothing but NAND gates. True. But anyway, let me get back to the topic at hand. You can't just keep on slapping qubits onto a chip. It does not work that way. You have to keep everything coherent. And the second you lose coherence, it becomes decoherent. The entire chip is completely fucking useless. It is super hard. It is super hard to keep them in coherence. So 1 million qubits, not my lifetime, homie. Like, I don't believe them for a goddamn second. They just want to keep their shareholders happy. Second reason they're not going to be used. They're not going to be awesome. They're pointless. You can't do anything with them. The only thing you can do with quantum computers, they don't compute. They don't compute like computers do. It's a state machine. It is a lookup table. That's all it is. It's that you literally put in the parameters into the machine, into the array, and then you read back what the state is, and then you change a parameter slightly, throw it into the machine, read back. You do that millions of times. You do Monte Carlo simulation essentially. It's literally just a glorified lookup table. What it does do really well is it does quantum circuit simulation very well. And if you look at the benchmarks that these companies use, they say, oh, our quantum computer is 1 million times faster than a standard computer. Look at what the actual use case was. 10 out of 10 times it's going to say that they did quantum circuit simulation. And of course, quantum circuit simulation is going to be faster on a quantum computer because it's quantum. It's like, a pencil and paper versus a computer simulating transistors. Of course it's going to be that way. As for the RSA key thing, the encryption, do you know how many qubits you need to solve RSA 2048 in a meaningful amount of time, as in like days? 20 million. You need 20 million qubits coherent for several days working on the same problem. We are nowhere near that. And what's more is years ago, the NSA and many other countries around the world have already developed quantum proof algorithms for their encryption. There is such a thing. You just don't use RSA. You don't use prime factors. So before quantum computers could even crack RSA, we've already rendered them obsolete. They're completely fucking pointless. Like, completely pointless. The reason we got sold the quantum computer can solve climate change, it can solve, deep learning or AI, which it can't. It just can't. The reason we got sold that was because the scientists making them think they're really cool. And I agree, they are really cool, and they want grant money to work on them. And I say, by all means, work on them. But they're not going to solve global warming. They're not going to solve cancer. They're not going to solve stock markets. Now, what they will solve is quantum simulations. They will. They are good at quantum simulations because literally the nature of how they work is you fire shot noise at them, and then you look at it in quantum level. Quantum particle simulation, that sort of thing, they're wonderful for, but everything else, they're pointless. Homie, look this all up. I have not said a single lie. I have not said a single lie. Google did the chip. I forget what AI chip they did, but they did it a few months ago. They're like, oh, sweet. I'll look it up. But like Google did they put out a thing a few months ago, like how they made a dope ass, quantum chip. But if you look at it, they did quantum simulation against it. It was like 1,000 qubits. It's the same crap, and we're just not going to get much more. Okay, rant over. Let me take a look. One moment. Okay. Let me quit. Okay, quit Discord. Okay. Extracting. Well, let's see. What am I looking for? Let's see this. Hey, look at that. Hang on. Woohoo! Let's do a... How do I, hang on, I'm trying to find out how to find the, okay. Menu brings me back to that page. Okay, here. Let's try 5. Let's look at status. Version 3.6.0.546. I'm just gonna go ahead and say that's okay. I think that version's okay. I don't see why. I don't think enough Lua has changed. In the grand scheme of things. Cool. Well, in that case, games. Endless. Hang on. Let's install Endless. data abort. Address instruction. Well, whoops. Okay, we're gonna restart the emulator. Whoops. So, we're just gonna ignore whatever happened there. Cool. Anyway, I don't need endless for this. So we're gonna go here, and we have this. I'm just gonna download it. And then I'm gonna go to here, file transfer. Okay. I like how there's a serial monitor too. Like, so the thing is with these calculators, if you have one, they have on the bottom, there's this little slot. And look at that. There's fingers. There's I2C, there's SPI, there's a couple GPIO and like some like programming pins, and there's also a serial port on that. So it's really cool. Like it's so cool. Well then. Anyway, let us go to keypad. Now let's do my documents. Let's see if I can even run this. Oh, you see oh, yeah, so the Doom wad that you see, it's for the, Doom wad is for the Casio FX. It's for my Casio FXCG50. And if you scroll down, I have Minecraft and I have Doom on it. However, I will say that Doom I think runs better on the Nspire. Okay. One moment here. One moment. So if you look here, it's pretty smooth on the Nspire. But if you look here on the Casio, it's really hard to see, but like it is a bit choppier than the Nspire, and you have to do frame skip, because if you don't do frame skip, yeah, if you don't do frame skip, it is kind of choppy and slow. But yeah, you can play through like the entirety of Doom on those calculators. I mean, anything more than 20 FPS is playable. Yeah, and like it's a the screen is, I think it's 32. It's 320 by 240, and on the Linux. Um, on the Linux program or on the Linux software that you use to play to how you boot Linux on these things, the screen driver is mapped to dev FB0. So that's pretty cool, right? Anyway, new documents. Go down to my program. Hello world. Cool. That's pretty cool. So I also have a scripting API. And basically what I want to do you're here. So in other words, I want to do key presses, I want to draw, and I also want to do 2D arrays because you know where this is going, right? We're going for roguelikes. So practice oriented, let's modify, what is this? Starting with programming Lua on the Nspire. We highly advise you start in the beginning, A to Z TI Nspire tutorials. Let's go here. Oh baby, this looks like it's 2000. Video. Dog, I don't want this. TNS. Does it support basically everything in Lua, but the STD, yes, actually it does. It's Lua. That's how it is. Of course, like you need to like understand the built-in stuff, which is what you, right? Because like, how do you do key presses on this thing? 5.2 or what? I want to say yes. TI Nspire Lua version. Does that sound right? That sounds right. Yes, I think it is 5.1. Yeah. Yeah. I think it's 5.1. How different is 5.1 to 5.2? Okay, anyway. If you want to dive into theory based about Lua, explain how things actually works, head over here. If you want to go practice based way, go over here. Let's just do it. What if I pour my engine to work on 5.1 vanilla Lua? You know what? Honest to God, go ahead and do that, and I can see if I can get it to run on the calculator. There aren't that many Lua programs for the for the TI Nspire. It's just because there's just too many better options. Lua is interpreted. It's not compiled right. So it's slower. Even on such a beefy ass calculator, the OS had so much bloat that these programs are just kind of slow compared to C. So the way to program these things generally is in C. But I want to do Lua. Like, there's not a lot of Lua, and anyone can do Lua on these things. Lua JIT is compiled. Yes, yes. But this isn't just in time. This is just interpreted. As far as I understand, this is just interpreted. Why is it saying back to part 4? What? What is this site? It's like the fastest JIT. Well, bro, that ain't the fastest JIT language made. Have you heard of Holy C? Bruh. What's API documentation? Oh, well, here we go. So it looks like it has a standard library and a few other things. Okay, so it has a standard. Okay, so yeah, it does. This is what it's got. Yeah, modern hardware and easy for beginners. Yeah. No, I do kind of want to get into Lua. It seems really fun, especially if you hook it into like C# or something. You know what? Let's draw stuff. You know what? Let's draw stuff. And I want to get and manage platform information. Okay, so let's just draw stuff. We can draw an arc, draw an image in TI image, draw a line, draw a rectangle, set alpha, okay. We could do, is there to do text, just like a text string? Category platform. Window hardware. Okay, I was hoping I could get like keystrokes. Keyboard, touch, changes on char in is an event. Input. Let's do this. Let's do this. Oh Lord. Okay. So how do I do this? Function on char in, char end. So this is input equals input char. Okay. And this is platform.window invalidate. So instead of just, I could do GC draw string. This is going to be input, let's say 20, top. You should use semicolons, so don't hate this, so you don't, okay, completely new to Lua. What do you mean, like, at the end here? Like that? Is, so is Lua just hooks? Is that all it is? Is like you just have, okay. So is Lua just hooks, like, oh, character in, do this. Draw script, like your screen updates, do that. Is that all it is? It's just like it just hooks everywhere. Like you have an existing system that you then just add to. because there's a game, Doom RL, Doom the roguelike, which I absolutely adore and love, and I put like months and months of my life into. Its scripting language is Lua, and you make levels and monster AI and all that in Lua. So I don't really know what it is. No, you can do anything with Lua. Yeah. GC draw string XY. Having a scripting API for your game makes it hooks. Okay. So the game makes it hooks. The language is just a language. You could have JavaScript for all you care. Okay. Because there's another way to read your functions without guessing what does what. Yeah. I should probably turn the LCD on button so I don't have to reboot the emulator every goddamn time. Firebird EMU is absolutely goated. The dude who wrote it, I mean, it's just stuff like I would never in a million years know how to do. Line 10. Unexpected symbol near. Make a little scripting API for my game engine in TypeScript and then make it compile in JavaScript so it has JIT. Oh my god, dude. What are you doing with your life? You need to be curing cancer or some shit. What is going on? Why did I get unexpected symbol near? Wait, they don't work? They do work? They don't work? You're giving me mixed messages, my guy. Yeah, there's there's semicolons here. No, there's no semicolons there. I was just looking at my, this here is, I want to do like my own level or episodic mod for Doom RL, but unfortunately the modding API is completely borked in the new, in the new, update. So yeah. Does that work? Oh my god, do I have to close this if I don't work on the TI Nspire? Okay. Control W. So if I hit Control W, I'll close it. And then this is why no one likes TI Lua programs, because do you want to save changes? And if you save changes, you just save the state of the program, and it's just a nightmare. What am I doing? Let me try rebooting it. I don't understand what's going on. Come on, bro. I want to get stuff. for this. I think this would be really cool to do. Do you have these calculators by any chance? If you press the button like 22 more times, honestly. Like, if you notice, like, I don't know, man, they're pretty cool. If you find one used. If you notice, this calculator's, the reason no one fucking uses these calculators is because they're so goddamn slow. Look, watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Here's my TI 84 Plus. Watch. I want to do 1 plus 1. 1. Here, what? Okay, no, I'll do it again. Okay, ready? Watch this. I have my calculator. I'm going to hit the on button. Whoa, it turned on. I'm going to hit 1 plus 1. Enter. I get 2. Look at that. Now, watch this. I want to do 1 plus 1 on my TI Nspire. I'm going to hit the on button. Oh, it turned on. Thankfully, it didn't have to reboot because that takes like 20 seconds. Well, there's nothing. I can't hit buttons. So what I have to do is I have to hit A to open up the calculate screen, and then now I can do 1 plus 1. Enter. Now I can do my calculation. It's just a nightmare. Like, they're just a nightmare to use for normal math. You would use them for like 3D graphing or chemistry or stuff like that. Okay, here we go. We have hello world, and now let's type in A. Yo. Oh. Shit. Dude. Oh, this is totally... I'm hitting backspace. Nothing's happening. I'm hitting left. Nothing's... Oh, God. Okay. Well, it seems to work. I did press every key. Well, it seems to work, but now the problem is it doesn't wrap. So drawstring doesn't wrap. That's a pain. Okay. Now, let me see, how do I get things like up and down buttons? On keyboard up. Keyboard up. Wait. Port the overflow logic onto the Nspire from the GBA. Bro, if I port the overflow logic from the GBA to the Nspire, I'm just gonna get a broken Pong game. Mouse down, mouse move. When you release the left mouse button, backspace key, arrow down, arrow. Okay, look at this. Okay. Okay. So if I have an X and Y position, can I do player X equals 0, player Y equals 0? You don't like camel case? Right. I gotcha. So my question is, how does this thing know to update the screen? Does it just run top to bottom? Just is that how the script works? Because like, where's the main function? You know, how does it do that? I should do aliases to snake case from camel case. I should, but I don't care enough. So, I'm gonna be really terrible here. If, how does if, do I do ifs and, okay. Let me just look really quick. If statement in Lua. Okay, it's an if then. And then an end. So everything is okay, end. If player X is less than equal to 0, then end. What's the greater than 0? Here, x plus equals 1. Let's take a look at, okay, how do I turn on the screen? How do I turn on the screen? How do I turn on the screen? Okay, I just hit on. So 1, 2, I'm just gonna say it's like 10 by 40. Where else if player X equals 40, less than 40, oh shit, I'm just trying to think. What am I doing? I'm just trying to keep it from going off the edge of the screen. If 40 is greater than, okay. We're just gonna go with that. I don't know what my problem is here. Cool. And then minus equals. We change that to plus equals. And we're gonna move this to the right. And we're going to move this to the left. And we're going to get rid of that. And we're gonna get rid of that. Okay. Cool. So then, instead of input, I'm going to say direction. Okay. And then I'm going to say this is going to be, instead of input, this is going to be direction. Okay. So then this is very safe. I know this seems very safe, doesn't it? Direction equals right. Oh God. Left. Down. Up. Let's download this program. We're going to hit Control W. We're going to hit 4. We're going to hit Control W. We're going to hit no. We're going to hit file transfer. Going to hit downloads. Why won't it? Goddamn, it won't. Let me just delete it. Okay, I think I just have to reboot the calculator every time I want to send a file. So let me why is it 901 bytes? Why was it 904 bytes before and why is it 901 bytes now? That's concerning. Okay, line 11. Equals expected near minus. Increment, decrement, Lua. Okay, so equals minus what? You didn't tell me this, Des. Equals minus? What the hell is that? Lewis, the best language in the world. What? I'm saying probably. We'll check it. We'll check it. If I got to do plus, equals a plus 1 or whatever, I mean, it's not the end of the world, right? God damn it. Why did I trust you? Why did I trust you, Des? Can I edit it on the calculator? I know how do I do this? In a new document, program editor. So I think if I go new document, there is no program editor. Why is there no program editor? What? That's insane. I think at some point I'm gonna either dump. I might try to dump my own ROM here. I think I used Phoenix, a program called Phoenix, to get Flash and stuff, and I'll just dump my own ROM and use it on Firebird. I'm not one to say piracy is bad. I think piracy is dope. Especially with all these companies saying that we don't own anything anymore. But, it'd be fun to, try to dump my own ROM anyway. Honestly, 100% true, and that's kind of why I didn't want to do that live on stream, because people do watch these, and it's not really kosher. Even though people do it, it doesn't mean that, it's great that they do. And Nintendo thinks you are talking about Nintendo because you're Civ-ROM. Exactly. I had to dump, ROMs off my T84 Plus, and in fact, when I had my TI, I think it was my CSE, I wanted to use Justified, the emulator, but it was so new that no one had put the ROMs online. I had to dump it myself. Dumping ROMs off calculators used to be a pain in the ass. Also, I don't know why it says I'm dropping 1.7% frames. I hope that gets fixed. Okay, here we go. Now, let me try arrow keys. Whoa, okay, that didn't work. Line 25, attempted to compare number with Boolean. What? What? Attempted to compare number with Boolean? Did you know in JavaScript you can compare number and Boolean? I know, homie. JavaScript is nuts. I'm kind of surprised no one's put JavaScript on these calculators yet. Yeah, if you want to be the one to do it, go ahead. If you want to make a C JavaScript compiler or interpreter or something, or JIT, by all means, you will be the hero. Okay, 0 less than x less than 128 is okay. Python not in Lua. So, right, so it's saying it's, so if I do this, oh, I see, like it becomes a Boolean and then you're doing true greater than 0, makes no sense. So you have to either do parentheses or you have to do it like, you have to, you know, yeah. You should go in the Chrome console and type in 10 plus 1 and 10 minus 1. How do I get to the Chrome console again? It's like F12 or something? Console, here we go. Do 10 plus 1. Yep. Oh, right, it's like, it's not type promotion, but like it's, yeah. Wait, hang on. Okay, what is 10 minus 1? In case you're not seeing what I'm seeing, ten like that, or where's my 10 like that is 101, and then it said if I did 10 minus 1, it says 9. Make that make sense. Make that make sense. Because you won't be able to. That makes no sense. And you guys love that? Like, you're telling me that my Lua is unsafe? You're telling me that my Lua is unsafe? Ten times 2, what is it, 20? JavaScript is great because of the freedom. I believe you. It does whatever it wants when it wants. Let's try this. Okay, I hit down and it didn't work. I hit up and it didn't work. I hit left. Attempt to compare value with nil. What does this even mean? What? What? What is going on? You know what I'm doing? I'm doing Gemini. 0 equals plus false. I don't even want to know, dude. What does that equal? sample program that will decrement x and y numbers in Lua 5.1 based upon arrow key presses. We can assume the key press functions are just hooks. It equals true. Wait, what? Hang on. So, are these bad? Should I get rid of those? Like, okay, what is my first Lua script? How do I? How do I? It's just API. I'm just trying to figure out how to do less than or equal, like, I'm just trying to figure out how to do freaking a simple drawing, like, or, you know, just control functions in Lua. Okay. Okay, I think I got something here. No. Okay. Okay, let's work through this. So basically, TI Nspire 3 added powerful functionality in Lua. Scripts are in Lua. Text editor may be converted to TI Nspire documents using the script editor. You'll let TI Nspire scripting tool by third-party tools such scripts. Yeah, so many possibilities. Yeah, I'm pretty like the Lua is pretty cool. It's just we just need to just not be ass at it, you know. Okay, so I'll just print hello world. Function name argument, and the argument is GC. Sounds like either context using the graphics you see within the function, a single line. Okay, just don't worry too much about this. Okay. Okay, set font sans serif B12, bold 12, sans serif bold 12. This is my text. So this would be very easy for setting, like just drawing like a player or whatever. Two more. Is it local? Is that what I need to do? that what it is? Okay. Lua tables. TI Nspire. So this is TI Nspire. Basically, I'm sorry, I'm reading. I'm just trying to figure out the API here. So, or how Lua works. So this is TI Basic, and this is Lua 4K 1, 2. Okay, that makes sense. Creating lines for a table. It all together. Okay, local lines count, recall lines. Okay, that's fine. Local, so local, if I were to recall lines, okay. Okay. TI script editor. If equals or, so it looks like this truly is unneeded. Man, the pains of trying to program in a new language. Cool. Download TNS. That's what I thought you were some, you know, Lua hacker. You've been leading me astray. I don't know Lua. Okay. Okay. So far. So far. Let's try. Just on the keyboard. I hit down. I'm gonna wait. See if it crashes. You know what? You know what might be the problem? You know what might be the problem? Let's try that. If we could get Pascal on this thing, I could run DoomRL on this. Okay, ready? There's no screen update. That's what it was. There's no screen update. Okay, there's still, when I hit left, let's hit up. Let's hit up. So, up doesn't do anything. Right, down, right, up, down, right, up, down, right, up, down, right, up, down. Left is the one that breaks things. We are getting somewhere. I like this. It's a lot. It's so much nicer to feel like you're not stuck against the wall. Well, hey yo, but it feels so much nicer that when you're not stuck, you know, with your head slamming against the problem that you know is so simple. Basically what I'm doing is I just want to know that I hit the button each time. Let's save this. Oh boy, my session is expired. I gotta re-sign in. It is pretty gay, not gonna lie. Okay, what is wrong with left? It's because I didn't, it's player X, not layer X. My God. My God. That's supposed to be my eyes here. It's all good, no worries. Layer X. I know, we're not doing layers yet. They really like force like tables and stuff on you, it looks like. So if you look at player X now too. Do be though. I wonder if this is a jailbroken cave. That looks fun. What do we got for games? Oh yeah. Yeah. Super action strike aliens and other. Dude, this thing's got tons. Anyway. Is it still? Line 27, line 27. Wait, no, you're right. Player, what? I had the insert button on. I thought you were just making a joke. Oh my God, I'm losing my goddamn mind. No, you are dead ass. I'm sorry, I got distracted. Wow, watching me must be so frickin' frustrating. I'm sorry. Down, right, left. Look at that. Look at that. Okay. Cool. So let's do. I don't want to do. Cool. So I'll do char. Oh, that's append, right? So and char, I think, is actually a global. Cool. Okay. So here, GC I don't want to do an invalidate on every single redraw. String how do I print int? Oh, here we go. Literally right here. Well, excuse me. String, 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 string library to string. Each types an argument encrypts it to a string in a reasonable format. How would I do a print with a toString? String X or player X to string player Y and 30. I don't know if this is going to work. We're going to try it. It will work. We're gonna find out, dude. If I were to make it a programming language that transpiles to JavaScript like JT, would that technically mean I made a super fast JT language? I mean, I don't know. The thing, probably, but also possibly not. If you've ever seen Code Golf for like the Mandelbrot set, people trying to make the smallest possible source code to generate the Mandelbrot set, some guy was like, oh, I'm going to make a language called Mandelbrot, and the source code's just going to be the letter M. You know, so when it sees the letter M, it'll generate a Mandelbrot set with default arguments. So, like, you could, but, you know. It works. Oh, well, what's going on? It's a 132 megahertz CPU, so this is far and away way faster than the Game Boy Advance CPU. It's a 132 megahertz CPU, so like, and the it's the first one, 132 megahertz, and the second one, I think it's like a 250 megahertz CPU. So you can do crazy shit with it if you really wanted. Why is this wigging the hell out? Can you get your calculator to say hello world? Yes, I can. Yo, Nerf IQ. Yeah, I'm doing Lua on the. I'm trying to do Lua programming. I literally just started tonight. Never done Lua programming on a calculator before. On the TI Nspire calculators. I got two of them here. I got the this one is one from 2016. This is the original color one CX. This is the CX CAS 2. This is literally twice as fast as this one. This one can play Quake 3. This one can play Doom. They could both play Doom, but this one can play Quake 3 because it's fast enough. Like that's the level that we're at in terms of speed. I have which I want to do at some point. I want to do a stream. I have a TI 89 Titanium, which is an Motorola 68000 CPU. It can do Doom, but it can't do Quake. It's a different architecture entirely. Anyway, so yeah, I'm doing Lua, not TI Basic because TI Basic is bleh. And I'm just trying to figure it out. So what I'm trying to figure out right now is I have very little clue as to what's going on to fail my coding course, but this seems like very smart stuff. The Nerf IQ, I'm very flattered. It's let me like take a detour here. It's smart insofar as I totally understand. You totally hear like crazy shit, and therefore it must be insane, right? But it really isn't. And that might be very easy for programmers to say. I will say that. Okay, think of this. It's like I want to say it's like an artist looking at an artist and saying, "You draw very well." I can never draw that good. It's a skill that is learned. It is a skill that is practiced just like anything else. And yeah, no, I totally get it. Like you say, I know the streams a little bit. It just doesn't click. And I've totally seen people where it doesn't click, and it's totally chill, man. It's totally chill. I'm very glad you gave it a shot because I think so many people look at it and immediately balk at it. Maybe less today, but even like 2010, people will just look at Perk and be like, "Oh my god, you have to be some super genius for it." You don't have to be super genius. You just have to like it. You have to like it, and you have to want to like it, and it has to click for you. There might be better ways to make it click for you. There might be a learning method or just a hands-on or theory that maybe wasn't taught to you or maybe you haven't tried. But yeah, if it doesn't click, it doesn't click. Totally chill. It clicked for me, and I kind of had to fake it till I made it. You know, like I with my first job. With my first job, I knew how to program, but it was really basic, and I had to really fake it till I make it. How did I learn? I learned through Microsoft Batch. So back in the day, I sound like an old dude. In like 2009 or whatever, I saw a YouTube video that said how to make a fake virus in Notepad. And all it was using you might have seen this window before. This window, maybe. This is the shell or the command prompt. Microsoft Batch is the scripting language for this system. Really simplifying it down. But basically you could just do like, if I want to say hello world, I could do echo hello world and the text hello world would show up. And it just blew my mind because like, the fake virus was like echo you now has like virus or something like that. And it would just pop up like that. And it's like, oh, you had a fake virus. I thought it was cool as shit. So I just went down that I just went down that rabbit hole. Um, in like 2009, and I just never really came back. Um, I learned Batch, then I did Visual Basic. I never really mastered Visual Basic. I did C Sharp, never really mastered C Sharp. And then I did C, never mastered C at the time, but I did C for like Arduino stuff and things like that. And then once I got out of college, failed out of college for programming, I failed. And then I got an actual job as a programmer. That's when I actually started learning how to program. And I've been doing it ever since. So, Nerfed, just a rundown. What I'm trying to do, and I've never touched Lua. This is a Lua programming language. I've never touched Lua really, in any serious capacity. Once you know how to program in one language, it kind of carries over to pretty much any other. So, what does an if statement do? What does a function do? That sort of thing. You once you learn it, you can kind of transfer it to other languages. I don't know Lua, so the problem I'm having is how the hell do you type in Lua? So I'm having all sorts of those problems. What I'm trying to do is I just want to move a little cursor. I want to move a little letter around the screen. That's all I want to do, man. So I think we're getting close to it. In fact, let's try it out. If I comment these out, how do I comment in Lua? I don't even know how to comment. How do I comment in Lua? So like desp, you can say that, but I guarantee you that dude does not know what you're talking about. And it's totally chill. Like, I think I was, like Nerfed, I think I was pretty, guilty of, anyone could like, you gotta learn to code. But now I'm like, you should. I think it's a really good skill to have, but you don't, it's not like, you don't gotta. If everyone was coders, we would not be living in the world we're living in, so don't worry. So if I use player X, player Y, and I do top, so coding in C would be a bad idea. Nerfed, I think coding in C is a fantastic idea. Others may disagree. People may say Python's the way to go because it's much closer to English or something silly like that. I think C is the way to go because it is so simple. It is so easy to learn. Hard to master, but easy to learn. So there's only like 32 keywords to know. Nerfed, I'm 28, not 22. So DESP is not wrong. There is manual memory management in C, but to learn programming, especially if you were to, oh man, do I just have one lying around? If Nerfed, if you had like a little Arduino board, like you went on Amazon and looked up Arduino kit, like here, let me type it out for you. If you were to like search that on Amazon and get one for like $50 or whatever, and it may not look like this, might be a little bigger board with other stuff, you would program it in C, and you wouldn't have, it's not required for you to learn memory management and all that low level stuff first. You can just have fun with the libraries. You can blink lights, you can spin motors, you can detect button presses, and just learn how does code work with real life tangible things that you can hit with your hands, which I think is way more fun than sitting in front of a computer screen like me right now just blabbing on about code. It's way more fun to code something and then hit like a physical button and see something happen in real life. That, I think, is the way to learn to code. A great way to learn to code. Once you've mastered the how does a program flow work, what do functions do, what like that, what is a for loop, what is a while loop, why should I use one instead of the other? Once you master that, and Google is the greatest teacher. Just literally look up how to make blinky light in Arduino. It's that easy. Like Google's the greatest teacher. Once you master that, then you can get into the more semantic things of C, memory management, malloc free, pointers. Look, nerfed. It took me, no joke, 8 years to understand what pointers are. Now, if you're not retarded like me, you could do it a lot easier and a lot sooner. But it took me so long to figure out what a pointer was. I had to ask my coworkers all the time. And I was working at a job where I am, personally, I am coding stuff for Lockheed, okay? I still had no idea what pointers were. You don't have to be a master to code. You just have to like it. And if you like it, you're going to learn it on your own. And that's kind of what employers want, is they want you to just be good and learn on your own. Learning code on your own is great, but the problem that you may run into is you may run into things like holes in your knowledge. For instance, I don't know what a hash map is. I don't know how to do linked lists or anything. You're not going to need to do these things when you first start programming. But me at my level, I probably should know how to do it. And I just don't. I've never had a reason to. So therefore, I never looked it up. I never researched it. So, nerfed, if you don't know what's going on right now, this program right here is an emulator for this calculator, so I can stream it live on how the code's going instead of having to physically hold up my calculator each time. Okay. And of course, nerfed, we have like T94 pluses, we have 89s and all that. We have other calculators here too. Yeah, Despa's kind of a nuts dude. Like, honestly. I don't even understand how he does stuff. Okay, unexpected symbol near less than sign on line 46. Okay, how do I, let me just look this up. I tried using JavaScript commenting systems. I should have known that wasn't how that worked. Yo, Nerf, if you're still on, what happened when you tried learning code? With just like terrible class? We got moving character. We got a moving character. But my friend loved code. Okay, look at that. I'm pressing the buttons, but it's so slow. It's so slow. It's so slow. I think he got an image of a sink. I have no idea how he did it, though. Honestly, I would say to not do any programming classes in either self-learn, or wait until college. Nerfed, I apologize, I may not have seen your earlier thing. How old are you, if you care to disclose? I learned like late in high school, like self-taught. 16. Yo, what was I doing when I was 16? 16 was it 16 when I started? What grade are you in? Are you a sophomore? Um, I think I started in sophomore year. Yeah. I almost would say most of the stuff in high school classes for programming are all very bad. Desp is correct, um, but it it may be yeah, sophomore. Gotcha. Yeah, I sophomore I think is when it really took off. I actually think I started programming actually. Holy shit! I must have started programming when I was 13. Damn. Okay. I'm not a genius, and I was never a genius. I wasn't programming good. I was just learning batch essentially, and fun stuff like that. Um, by the time I was junior, um, I was bringing Arduinos to school because they were fun to play with after class and stuff. Um, I was making like LED light cubes. Yes, Desp, you're very goated. I know. Um, so if you want to learn now, there's no reason to not. I don't think there's no reason to not play around with code. Again, I would say go for the physical route first. Go like get an Arduino kit for like $50 on Amazon with like all the bells and whistles. Buy it, read about it, what it does, um, like, and then just how to code it. If you can code it on Windows, you can code it on Linux. I think you can even code it from a Chromebook if you really needed to. I think you could do that nowadays too. I totally understand if you're 16 and you don't have your own money. It might be hard to get your parents to buy it for you. I totally understand that. I was in that same position too. Um, but yeah, I would say go with that first. Self-learning is good. Just be aware that it's going to be frustrating, and that you're gonna run into roadblocks. You're gonna run into shit like, fuck, I don't even know how to. I can't blink this LED, or this button's not working, or yeah. No, he's not going to be doing VS Code, and he's not going to be doing GitHub. What he's going to be doing with your Arduino is he's going to be using your Arduino IDE. Exactly, Nerfed. Yeah, you're not going to be using VS Code. You're going to be using the Arduino program that you download when you get the Arduino board, and you're going to use that for a while. You're not going to jump off into IDE land because that's not important. The important part is just getting a button to press and the LED to turn on when the button is pressed. Yes, there is a web version of VS Code, but I think there's a web version of the Arduino IDE too, which might be the same thing. So, right, there's compilers and all that. Don't even mess with compilers or anything like that until much later on. Use your Arduino IDE. Yeah. No, the web version is free. Nerfed. A lot of the funny thing about code is that most of it's free. If you have to pay for something, you probably don't need it, because the it's kind of like why buy software when you're already a coder and you can code it yourself. I'm not like that's kind of the frame of mind that companies have to be in. So no, most stuff is free for code. The only thing you have to pay for is like business licenses. Like say you're like a car company and you need certified software that has no. You're sure it has no bugs in the compiler. You're sure it's going to spell out the right kind of code you want. Those licenses will cost money. Everything else, developer or personal edition or whatever. It's totally fine. Yo, Nerfed, yo, Nerfed, I want you to join our Discord if you have Discord. How do I... There. I just posted the link. No, Nerf, no, look, bro. It's totally chill. It doesn't matter how bad you think you are at coding. It really doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is you want to get better. And it's gonna no, but we're not gonna shut you on me. If anything, we're like, I wanna help you code. Like I will personally go into a football. I mean, you're 16, so if you don't want to, I know I'm a 28 scary adult. Don't worry, but please ask questions. There is no question too stupid for you to ask. Now there are nerfed. I will say there are people out there who will shit on you for being a new coder, and you might run into them. But just know that's not the majority. I got shit on a ton. You know how bad I got shit on as a newbie? I literally, like, I have this, I don't know if you can see in the back, but I'm really into retro computers, like old computers, like from the 80s, or not from the 80s, like from the 60s and 70s. There's this one computer, the Altair, that I was like, yo, how do I make a terminal, which is a kind of program. How do I make a terminal for this old computer? And everyone, and like, the guys were like, oh, if you are asking how to make a terminal, then you shouldn't even have that computer because it's completely lost on you. So I was like, fuck you guys. So what I did was I made a 4-part YouTube series of me live coding the terminal in assembly language. And I was better for it. I'm not saying you have to do the same thing, but just know that even if people shit on you, it, like, there's gonna be those people. Hey, look at that. Look at that. I have a moving character. Woohoo! Woohoo! Is there, like, can I print new lines? I can move. Whee! Okay, now let's make a map for this baby. How do we do 2D arrays? Nerf, let me pop on Discord. I have to close Discord with OBS because it crashes all the goddamn time. Yo. Yeah. I'm sorry. I just have to close Discord because yeah, it just crashes OBS all the goddamn time. Don't ask me why. I'm not that good at coding to find out why. Anyway, so we have a moving character. Now let's make a map. Let's just do a simple map right now. Ooh, we could do. We're gonna make a map. YouTube chat. Cool. Yeah, it's all good, Nerfed. Nerfed, by the way, I stream Um, I don't have a set schedule. I have to sleep from, I gotta sleep so I can wake up to do my job like an adult or whatever. And I'll stream it. I stream a couple to, at least once a week, and I will try to let you guys know in the chat if you're into that. You don't gotta watch it. Don't worry. I'm definitely not the best programmer in the world. I'm just flattered you guys have found my stream. So we're going. I'm just checking the bounds first. Oh right, I don't have. Ooh. So why is it 40? Wait, vertical. Oh, you know what? Maybe instead of vertical, I go here and I do 30. Yeah, right? Like, it's just kind of funny how you guys find me. And I really am sad that Insky never chats on the server anymore, because he was a really fun dude, too. The more the merrier. Okay. Can I do... I'm just... Also, nerfed. I use Gemini, like, it's Google's version of ChatGPT all the goddamn time. Now, when you get code from an AI, just remember it's a prediction model, and it's like half the time at least the code is just not going to work. So you have to know code to read it and say like, this line is wrong. But just for general, like, how do I do a hello world or something? It's very invaluable. So can I do 2D arrays in Lua? How? I want to print a roguelike map. What about DeepSeek? DeepSeek I think is fine. Desp could go on a spurred rant about how to get DeepSeek locally on your PC if you want, which I have, but I don't think it's worth it because none of us have supercomputers, so it generates like 2 tokens per second. What does that mean? That means the response is going to be 2 words per second. And you see how fast it works, like online? That's because it's on some remote server that's like a supercomputer. So, yeah. I have a pretty beefy PC, and it's still slow as balls, dude. You can get smaller models that'll run faster, but smaller models will have less parameters. So they can't. They won't have as much information to work with. And again, it's just a prediction model. It's literally just a, without getting into too much detail, it's just a vector map, which is a large language model. It's just a vector map. It doesn't do any thinking. It just calculates weights and literally spits out words based on weights of what you put in. That's all it does. So if you have a very small model, it could be stupid as shit. By the way, Arnold Palmer iced tea, absolutely the best. Okay. Non-locally, go for it. Non-locally, yeah, just online is fine. No. I don't do Monster. No, Arnold Palmer iced tea, homie. I don't know how I'm still alive. I went through about 20 of these a night in college. I did the calculation at one point. I think it was like a kilo of sugar a night or more that I did in college. I'm fine. Don't have diabetes, but holy fuck. Um, it is insane. Yeah, it was bad. Better that than drinking, right? Um, oh my god. So what do I? No, not right. I think here, initialize the map. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do this. Speaking of drinking, what's up, homie? I make a totally non-illegal drink, BRB. Cool, cool. My drink of choice is definitely Jägermeister. I don't chug it. You don't chug that stuff. Um, it just you drink it after you've eaten like nice full meal, and you just sip it. You just have like a little small glass of it, and you just sip it when it's ice cold. It is the best. So Nerf. Right now, what I'm doing is I'm taking the copied code that I copied from Gemini, um, and I'm just formatting here. No, Nerf, that's not childish. Milk is so goated. I don't drink it much anymore since I moved out because I just didn't. But when I visit my parents, I still have a glass of milk with dinner. It's just like the best. It really is. I used to be able to drink it like any time I wanted, but now it's mostly with dinner. Oreo cookies. Oreo cookies, man. Okay, Nerf. I think I'd kick you from the server if you think that regular milk is better than chocolate milk. No, you're good, obviously. Um, 3 gallons of milk in the past 2 weeks? Jesus, I hope you're not lactose intolerant. Or if you were, you aren't anymore. Um, yeah, chocolate milk's good. It definitely also depends on the kind of chocolate milk you get. Um, I find it definitely does depend on it. I'm just gonna really quick save this to see if this code works at all. Used to drink a gallon per day when I was younger. Okay, come on. I feel like you pull my leg a little bit here, bro. I mean, milk is a fantastic, like, food. It really is. Cool. I think it works. You're on yeah, dude. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I think if I tried to drink a gallon of milk in a day, the worst thing was actually when my mother. Oh my god, we were on vacation, and we lived in Vermont at the time, and we went to Maine for a week or whatever. And the day we were going to go back, we were packing up in the morning at the rental house, and my mom pulled out the milk from the fridge. She's like, "Oh man, like, I don't want to throw this down the drain. I want you guys to drink it." It's like 8 in the morning, and we have like a 6-hour car ride. So I'm like, absolutely not. My mom stood there and made me and my little sister drink from the gallon, like the half gallon of milk that was left before we got in the car. And ever since, I can't drink milk in the morning. Yeah, it fucking sucked. Okay, I think, let me see if this works. Because if this works, that'll be really sick. Actually, BRB now. Okay, cool. See you soon, Desp. I think I'm gonna head to bed somewhat shortly, but like I'm kind of on a roll with the code, so I don't want to. I don't want to, kill something that's good here. Okay, so it compiled and it's running, so I think that's good. Close off on a high note. But that's just me though. Yeah. Nurse, I totally understand what you mean. You're gonna have to bed in 5 minutes. Cool. I just really want to try to get this map printed, on the screen, and that's what I'm gonna do next. Let me try to figure this out. How do I do that? So, draw a line, string. Okay. I think I have an idea. So I'm going to map. Okay, I'm going to do a nested for loop. Yo, Desp, I'm trying to print the map now. So it's like 1:30 a.m. It is 1:30 a.m. right now, yeah. X, Y, and then to string. X, Y times 10. Why am I doing times 10? I'm doing times 10 because the XY position is actually pixel position, but I don't want to do pixel position, I want to do character position, and I'm just assuming the characters are 10 by 10. That's probably not the case, but that's good enough for now. And anchor to the top. Don't worry, Desp, if it works, I'll do. I will change the numbers. We gotta see if this even works. If so, this has been very successful, actually. Make sure it's able to have settings menu that should. God damn it, that's I know. Well. Well. Is it because map XY makes no sense on a 2-string? There's no like print char or put char. I'll take a look after I try this again, just to make sure. Favorite map of all. Yep. Did you like copy that from that? My God, dude. The SBR of Tuzmo, and I love it. Well, that's even better. It's even worse. There's nothing. Oh, look, nothing. Oh, okay. Okay. Chart in. String. What is going on? Watching us to sleep. Celeste Red? Yeah, I know. It's pretty boring, isn't it? Well, in that case, I think I'm going to leave this. I'm gonna head to bed myself too. I'm gonna sleep on this, and I'm going to try to figure out. Hang on. No, I'm not gonna try to figure out. I mean, I am, but let's try this first. We're gonna try using thanks Celeste. You like nerfed? Yeah, after this test, I'm gonna try. I'm just gonna go to bed and try again later. Nope, didn't work. Okay, cool. I will sleep on this, and I will try to do this tomorrow. Or, yeah, no, I won't do tomorrow. Sunday, I think Sunday I'll stream again. Whew. Okay, guys. Well, I hope that was somewhat entertaining. And, yeah, good night.